Williams or Harpering down near the rim, and Jerry Sloan doesn't like it one bit.
He might have to turn off his microphone to say what he wants to say in that particular instance.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's... Well, we get multiple looks. I think it's a good call. I know the crowd doesn't like it, but I think it's a good call.
Well, Kobe to the line. Just a second free throw attempt of this game. And a three-point play earlier tonight. Josh Powell has checked in for the first time now for the Lakers. What a night already for Kobe.
Similar theme, Dan. 60 points again in the first half. In games 1 and games 2, again, 66 and 62 for the Lakers. Just doesn't look like the Jazz has enough defensively for this team.
Game clock and shot clock just about bang on here at the end of the half. 40 points this quarter for the Lakers. Great crossover, Williams. And he is fouled. He goes tumbling into the photographers and the cameraman down on the baseline. That's a freight train coming at you.
Crossover is sensational. I mean, he's got nobody near him, folks, because the crossover was that good. But you're right. That's a dangerous area to be. If it's LeBron James or Deron Williams coming at you, you better get out of the way.
And that call went on Kobe Bryant, his first. Williams initiating the contact right into the chest of Kobe.
I guess I could add Shaquille O'Neal, too.
Yeah.
Shaquille's coming at you. Probably want to move.
13 points, 7 assists in the first half for Deron Williams. Gasol in for Powell. Powell got about 8 seconds of court time, got lectured on his way out of the game as Gasol comes back into the Lakers, getting a chance to get the ball back again. Ten-point lead, Lakers. Williams, yes, and a foul.
What a terrific way to end the half with the Utah. Some careless play by the Lakers. You try to enter the ball to Kobe at 60 feet. Instead, a defender tips it right to Deron Williams, and the and-one situation, another case where Deron Williams takes contact so physically strong that he's able to finish.
What a burst of momentum for the Jazz heading into the half. So after a huge run by the Lakers, Deron Williams takes over in the closing seconds of the half. But Kobe Bryant was the man through the first 24 minutes with 24 points on 10 of 13 shooting, offsetting an extraordinary first half for Deron Williams as well. Kobe standing by with Nancy Lieberman.
Thank you, Dan. Kobe, a rough game last game, 5 of 24. What's been the difference in this game for you?
I wanted to come out and be a little bit more aggressive. And I felt like I was sitting back waiting a little too long.
Defensively, what do you have to do to control Carlos Boozer, especially around the paint?
Well, we got to put a body on him. You know, he's getting in there, getting offensive rebounds without being physical enough with him, and he's taking advantage of it.
All right, thank you so much. Dan.
All right, Nancy. If you're a fan of the Jazz, you got to love what you got in the first half out of Deron Williams, but maybe not quite as much as Laker fans love what they got in the first half out of Kobe Bryant. He had that look in his eye from the moment this game began. 24 in the first half for Kobe. Hi, everybody. Dan Shulman of Dorisburg. Glad you're back with us again here in Salt Lake City. The Lakers by 7. Kobe with 24. Our Gatorade Cooler Talk tomorrow, Monday. Whenever you're gathered around the cooler, they'll be talking about Kobe Bryant.
Most players would think, okay, there's a go-to move or two that you got to take away. Well, Kobe gave us everything he's got. Jab step, pull-up jump shot, the fadeaway over the right shoulder, which he loves. That went off window, not sure he called it. What's similar about all of these, Dan? There is a hand up and contest on almost every shot. It didn't matter. This guy is willing his way to 24 points in that first half.
after struggling to a 5 of 24, 18-point game in Game 3. What a difference 48 hours makes. What a night so far for Kobe Bryant. And for the Jazz, they've got 2 stars, Deron Williams, Carlos Boozer, both of them with terrific first halves, really played great.
Yeah, outside of that, the starters didn't give them much. 19, 17 were the bench scoring, LA and Utah respectively. But these 2 guys are the go-to guys. Deron Williams was sensational. He gets his shoulders turned, and he's so dangerous middle of the floor.
Lakers by 7. Let's get this report now from Nancy Lieberman.
Well, thanks, Dan. When I spoke to Jerry Sloan, he was really disappointed in the defensive effort of his team. I asked him about how you guard Kobe Bryant. He says, you know what, we're not going to stop him, but let's at least try to make him tired on the defensive end. We're not hitting shots against him. He said, we are who we are. We have to execute, defend, and rebound for us to be successful. Dan?
All right, Nancy, thank you. So we go to the second half. The Jazz need a win to square the series at 2. A Laker win, and they'll go home up 3 games to 1. So realistically, a game that Utah desperately needs. Mehmet Okur didn't do much in the first half. A Utah turnover here to begin the second half. Back come the Lakers. Gasol, pass tipped away by Brewer. Boozer comes up with it. Kirilenko inside the arc. 5-point game. The wins for LA in games 1 and 2, high-scoring affairs. As Doris talked about, they reached and actually surpassed 60 points in the first half in each of those 2 games. Utah won a low-scoring affair, 88-86 in game 3. Kobe fading away. 26. He is making unstoppable, unblockable shots. There's nothing Ronnie Brewer can do.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And that's his pet move. If he turns over that right shoulder, it is the fadeaway jump shot. He's creating plenty of space. And even with a hand in contest, it hasn't mattered.
What a pass. Boozer to Kirilenko. And you know what? Going back to Kobe after game 3, nobody from Utah was willing to pat themselves on the back and say, hey, I know why we shut down Kobe, or I'm the reason we shut down Kobe. They didn't want to wake him up, but he woke up all on his own. And it started for the moment this game began.
Now, this is the end the Jazz have got to get better at in this basketball game. Again, 66 and 62 points respectively. Kobe's just ridiculous.
Just inside the arc after dribbling between his legs 2 or 3 times with the shot clock running down, never in doubt. He was turning back on D-Rose before the ball went through the net. He knew it. Kirilenko.
They're keeping pace right now. And this is what I have to say about the Lakers. I mean, it doesn't appear to me that on a possession-by-possession basis, they're locked in defensively. And that was their big calling card to start this year after, again, they lost to Boston in the finals.
Odom doing it himself and banking it in.
So you know they can do this. The Jazz have nothing for them defensively. The Lakers can score from a lot of positions and off the bench.
Nobody's missed a shot yet this quarter. Williams misses one. Odom with a rebound.
Then remember, around Christmas time, Magic Johnson had a teleconference, and he said, if you want to win championships, defense never goes out of style. It's about that end for the Lakers, I think. Wow.
He just keeps knocking him down right in Brewer's grill. Tough, contested, long. He's now got 30. And Jerry Sloan's going to go to the bench. And C.J. Miles will take a shot at it. Brewer knocks one down. They're trading baskets. How'd you like to, you're sitting on the Utah bench. You see Kobe Bryant making the most ridiculous shots ever. And then the coach points to you and says, you're in the game. And you know why you're going in. Kobe again, defended by Brewer again. Kobe with 30. 32 for Kobe. 14 out of 17.
This is as much about will as it is skill right now.
He has given the whole state of Utah a giant take that right now. He's been doing it all night long. Okur can't get the shot off. Lakers have made 10 shots in a row, Doris, going back to the first half. Deron Williams misses the 3. Gasol holds off Boozer for the rebound. Kobe behind the back. Kobe inside is fouled. And then discards Mehmet Okur in the aftermath.
And it started almost right as he stepped between the lines for warm-ups. There was no messing around. Kobe Bryant has come out in the second half very much the way he did in the first half. It hasn't mattered who's checked him, how close they've been, if a hand's up or not, contest. It's lights out for Kobe Bryant.
Those were his first 2 baskets here in the second half. You can see neither one of them was up and over Okur.
What does this feel like? See, there have been moments where I've watched LeBron live this year, and he flat refuses, by will and by skill, to allow Cleveland to lose games. And that looks to me like what Kobe Bryant is doing here. He wants no part of this series being 2-2.
No smiles, no lightheartedness from Kobe. He had that look from the moment he came out for warm-up tonight. Comes down with a rebound. Kobe's got 10 already in this quarter. 10 of their 12. Williams knocks it away from him. And he'll get 2 at the other end.
The only danger here for Kobe Bryant, when he goes off like this, his teammates can tend to watch. Listen, they enjoy it as much as we do, right? We're loving this. But they can't stop playing. The triangle's a system predicated on player movement and ball movement. Let's see what happens.
Deron Williams drawing the assignment again. Kobe gives it up. Ariza gets it back. And Gasol will lay it in. And is fouled.
Gasol was asked if it bothered him that they called him soft after the final series against Boston. He said, "What do you think?" So he got in the weight room and look at him. Physically, he looks like a different guy. He's always kind of going to be leanly built in. Yep. But you can pay the price and get stronger.
Okur out. He has had limited minutes and been of limited effectiveness tonight for the Jazz. You can say the same for Andrew Bynum of the Lakers. Millsap back into the game for the Jazz as Gasol completes the three-point play. Okur, his first game back, a strained right hamstring, keeping him out of the first 3 games of this series.
I think it's a rare player to come back after missing so much time and in the playoffs be effective. I'm not sure how many guys could do it with the intensity level this high.
Boozer heading to the line after the foul. Number 2 on Kobe. Carlos Boozer missing 44 games this year. Originally an injury diagnosed as a bruised quad. Eventually, several weeks later, had knee surgery. Came back in February, but only really started playing like himself late in the season and into the playoffs. And he's had 3 very good games, including a monster game in Game 3. And he's having a terrific night again here. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and let's not forget 5 assists tonight for Carlos Boozer.
There's a contract deal for him. Some motivation. A lot of speculation about why they go 2-7 down the stretch.
Free throw grazed the rim and then saved by the Jazz. It's going to be a kick ball. So Utah getting a break. Phil Jackson, I think, is saying that ball didn't hit the rim. Didn't hit the rim, you blow the whistle, Laker ball.
Watch the trajectory. Does it change?
Tough to tell from that angle.
Wow, it doesn't look like it.
Break for the Jazz, maybe. Miles. And Odom holds off Millsap for the rebound. Odom now into double figures with his 10th board. Kirilenko with a steal. The Jazz not rolling over. Kobe Bryant defending Millsap right now, who's the power forward in this Utah lineup. Millsap with a jumper. The crowd thought that Gasol might have taken that ball off the cylinder, but it's Laker ball.
That defensive sequence, all 5 purple jerseys were in the paint, Dan. All 5.
Kobe off to Odom, and a foul. And that all started because of all the attention that Kobe Bryant demanded out on the perimeter. 34 for Kobe Bryant, putting on a show here in Salt Lake City. Well, a lot of the talk after Game 3 was Kobe Bryant and the 5 for 24 shooting. You knew that wouldn't happen again. We asked Phil Jackson earlier today what he was looking for tonight. Kobe the facilitator or Kobe the scorer?
Kobe usually has an idea of how he wants to attack, and usually I'd anticipate him coming out tonight and playing with on a tear, simply because he had a game that he did not enjoy. None of us enjoyed. But his facilitating that happened in Game 2 is really the spark that this team thrives on. It gets the big guys easy shots. It gets our three-point shooters open looks. And, it just goes to show that he doesn't have to score.
Well, their last possession was a case in point. He was attacking with dribble, but he passed it up. And this is what makes this guy so dangerous, is he can raise the level of the guys around him.
And meanwhile, and we'll see what happens when the Lakers get the ball back the next time. The last few minutes, Jerry Sloan asked Darren Williams to guard Kobe Bryant. Right now, C.J. Miles is lined up beside him. Kirilenko's had a try. Ronnie Brewer's had a try. If it continues to be Darren Williams, then Jerry Sloan's asking Darren Williams to do everything. He's got to score. He's got to lead the offense, find people, potentially defend Kobe. That's a big load.
How many minutes has Darren Williams played in this series? It feels like he hasn't missed many of the minutes.
Yep. He has sat out 2 minutes tonight, and he has sat out a total of 12 minutes in the first 2 games. So he's missed 14 minutes. That's it in the first 4 games of this series.
And just to go back to that point on Kobe, remember the triangle offense is a system predicated on ball movement and player movement. And it's best when there's a lot of activity and involvement from a lot of spots.
Fisher comes up with a steal. Bounce pass. Luke Walton lays it in. 14-point lead for the Lakers, largest of the night. Remember, at about this point in Game 3, Utah was down 13, rallied to win. Let's see if they can mount a comeback here in Game 4.
78 points on only 46 shots by the Lakers. That is about as efficient as you can be.
Darren Williams will draw the foul.
Speaking of the triangle offense, just a moment to send our thoughts and prayers out to Tex Winter, who is battling some health difficulties today, and I know it weighs heavily on the Laker family and the NBA family.
Tex Winter, of course, a consultant with the Lakers, the architect of the triangle offense, alongside Phil Jackson for the run in Chicago as well. And Tex Winter reportedly suffering a stroke earlier today, and we send out our thoughts to him and his family. It's Miles. There's the double team, and Kirilenko fouls Kobe Bryant.
And remember, that double team for Jerry Sloan is unusual. He is old school, and their system defensively is predicated on guys being able to guard their man. He told us today, he said, listen, watch this double team come. He said, I don't like that, because then you're allowing Kobe to pick you apart with his passing ability, and there's too many scores on the Lakers. But he's been so good, you better do something.
And I beg your pardon, Miles called for the foul, though it looked like it was Kirilenko who clobbered him on that play. It'll stay with the Lakers 8 to shoot. So Miles called for the foul, and it is Miles on Kobe Bryant. 14 fouls already this quarter on the Jazz. 4 different Utah players have had their opportunity, for lack of a better term, to cover Kobe Bryant. Gasol, Kirilenko, easy work on that. And the officials will confer whose ball is it going to be. Joe DeRosa, Bill Spooner talking it over. Mark Wunderlich, Bill Spooner talking it over. It's going to be Laker ball, but just 1 on the shot clock.
Well, there were some technicals in Game 2 in this series. Would it surprise you? Game 2, Game 3. Wouldn't surprise you if there's another one here.
These two teams also played each other in the final game of the regular season. You wouldn't have blinked if that had gone in the way Kobe's night's been going.
How does he even get that to touch orange?
Williams. In and out. Great scrappiness there by Millsap to get him another possession. Boozer. Millsap. And a foul.
This crowd is waiting to explode. I mean, in anticipation on that play, everybody started to raise up out of their seats. They are dying for something to cheer about here.
They're going to get even more energetic because Matt Harpring is going to come back into the game. Millsap to the line. Now Korver will check in as well for the Jazz, and Shannon Brown for the Lakers. 3 games already in the books tonight. This is the 4th and final game. And a look at the NBA calendar tomorrow. That ABC doubleheader beginning with the Boston and Chicago. Celtics up 2-1. Cleveland will try to finish off Detroit tomorrow. On TNT tomorrow night, a doubleheader. Orlando with Philadelphia, Portland and Houston. The home teams leading both of those series 2-1. And it'll be Denver and New Orleans Monday night on NBA TV, with New Orleans picking up their first win in the series earlier today over the Nuggets.
Thaddeus Young, somebody we watched at Georgia Tech. Makes the game winner against Orlando.
A young, confident Philadelphia team right now. Walton Strip got it back, in and out. Boozer surrounded by purple jerseys, and he turns it over. 3-on-2 Lakers. The trailer was Odom. Utah ball. Numbers. Walton down behind the play. Open is Korver. They need it, and they don't get it. Harpring with an offensive rebound, and he turned it over. Walton got a finger on it. The Jazz are letting some opportunities to narrow the gap slip through their fingers.
Well, it was just a sequence that was important for Lamar Odom.
Odom again, and one.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, now see, Jeff Van Gundy talks an awful lot about people not appreciating what this guy gives you. He had to check Carlos Boozer on one end. So 6'10", he's got you versatile enough to check Boozer. 6'10" off the left-handed bounce, putting the ball on the deck. He draws big defenders away. Millsap, you're in trouble, fella, with somebody coming at you.
Number 3 on Millsap. Odom coming off the 21-point, 14-rebound effort in the loss here to Game 3. 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists already here in Game 4. Kobe Bryant to the bench. Kobe has really scored in bunches in this game. Had 13 points in about the first 6 minutes of the game. Played the rest of the first quarter, didn't score again. Sat out the first 5 minutes of the second quarter, then lit it up at the end of the half again, and then lit it up at the outset of the third quarter. Had 10 points in the first few minutes of this quarter. 34 on the night. Williams to Boozer, and a foul on Gasol.
He is just so good. I mean, his size with that strength, that handle, his passing ability. What do you take away with Carlos Boozer?
3 on Gasol. Boozer to the line. And again, up in the air whether Carlos Boozer is going to be here next year. He made a comment earlier this season that he would opt out and try to explore his options, looking for the best deal he could find. The world, the economy have changed somewhat in recent months, but remains to be seen whether or not the two sides are interested, or whether Boozer opts out. And again, in Paul Millsap, that's a pretty good plan B for the Utah Jazz.
Well, he's not the most popular guy in Cleveland, Carlos Boozer.
Yeah.
He certainly would not be the most popular guy in Utah if he leaves.
Utah shooting just 60% from the line in this game. And they can ill afford to miss any freebies. Down 15. No violation on Gasol. Odom leaves it short. Gasol had it, and a loose ball foul on the Jazz. Foul on Korver to take us to a break. It's all Lakers here in the third quarter. All Kobe most of the night. Those great Laker teams back in guys like Brewer and Miles. A steal by Boozer. Williams tries to run it down, but the pass led him a little bit too far, and Ariza steals it. Kobe. Korver on it. And the foul will go on Darren Williams, his 4th.
He looks winded. He absolutely looks fatigued. Pulling the shorts.
And the seconds rapidly ticking away on the Jazz, down to by 19, just over 3.5 to go. Ariza kicks it back down to Gasol. Jumper short, and a foul on Boozer will send Gasol to the line. So Pau Gasol, who's had what seems like a quiet night, still has 13 points and 9 rebounds already. Has not had to be a big scorer because Kobe Bryant's done so much of that tonight.
Well, we've seen a lot of free throws not even be close here.
Gasol missed 6 of them. In game 3, it was just 4 for 10. That was his first miss tonight. He's 5 for 6, but he missed that one badly. We have seen Dallas take a 3-1 lead on San Antonio despite the big game from Tony Parker. Denver's up 2-1 on New Orleans. Houston will try to take a 3-1 lead at home against Portland tomorrow night, but the Lakers making a big statement here tonight about how good they can be when they're clicking on all cylinders. Gasol blocks the attempt from Millsap.
It's hard to watch Tim Duncan play. You know, not 100% healthy. Avery Johnson was making that point at the half of our game, saying you are basically playing with 1.5 players because without Manu Ginobili, who is a tremendous competitor, Tony Parker's healthy and productive, but it's hard to watch Tim Duncan. That was the team I think most people thought, Dan, had the best opportunity, if healthy, to compete with the Lakers.
No question. Williams off to Ronnie Brewer for the jam. Again, Utah not rolling over, but they're down to 17. Kobe Bryant, from the moment this game began, with a couple of body blows to the Jazz. Kobe never let up, and here in the second half, Utah just couldn't get it going. They scored only 35 points. Here in the second half, they allowed 60 to the Lakers in the first half. Corbin just takes it right out of the hands of Gasol. Numbers for Utah. Williams to Boozer.
Oh, pretty play. Pretty look off, little shoulder shake, and Phil Jackson taking a timeout, and he is hot.
Working on one of the officials. Well, they've had some great players. Stockton to Malone. They got Williams and Boozer now, but they're still down by 15.
Yeah, that's a great point. And look at Lamar. I mean, that's just his personality, what you saw. Okay, he got ripped, but he came out with a smile on his face. He's one of the most popular teammates on the Lakers. They love the guy. And again, I'll go back to something Jeff Van Gundy said. People want to pick apart Odom for not being a dominant scorer. This guy likes to pass it and facilitate teammates more than he likes to dominate offensively.
Kobe fouled. The regulars remaining in the game for both sides, despite a 15-point deficit and 2 minutes to go. Darren Williams still in there. Kobe Bryant still in there. Carlos Boozer still in there.
Yeah, how about Lamar's line for tonight? 10 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. He's initiated the offense.
Odom no. Rebound Boozer. Game 5 will be Monday night at the Staples Center. The Lakers will have an opportunity to wrap up the series as Darren Williams is fouled on his way to the bucket. Sports Center is coming up next here on ESPN. Steve Levy, Matt Weiner will give you in-depth coverage of the NFL draft, also highlights from the NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs, and also another wild game between the Yankees and Red Sox in anticipation of Sunday night baseball tomorrow night between those two teams at Fenway Park.
Did we have a first in NFL draft history? Because I felt like watching the clips, and I didn't see it live, but it looked like the New York fans erupted in joy.
They cheered.
I think that's a first.
You're a bit of a Jets fan, aren't you? Or are you Giants?
I'm a New York.
You're a New York fan.
Other than the Lakers, who I grew up loving, I've been a New York sports fan my whole life. So my heart broke when Patrick lost in Game 7 to the Houston Rockets. It just broke.
Big Jeff Van Gundy groupie back in the day. 13-point lead, a minute and a half to go. An incredible effort tonight from Kobe Bryant with 38 points as Fisher knocks down the corner 3. He's into double figures. 5 Lakers in double figures, 2 others with 9 points tonight. But really, Kobe the story. From the moment the game began, he scored 17 seconds into the game. He had 13 of the Lakers' first 15 points, and he is 16 out of 23. Perfect from the line, 38 points in the game. And Ronnie Brewer deserved better tonight. He worked hard. He had a hand in Kobe's face. He made him take tough jumpers. Didn't matter. Fisher forcing it at the end of the shot clock. And a violation on the Lakers. And as Jerry Sloan said to Nancy Lieberman a while back, he feels the Jazz haven't been able to stop Kobe Bryant as long as he's been in the league. And this is Kobe's 13th year.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a team in the West that could stop L.A.
Well, a lot of the Jazz fans have decided to beat traffic, and all of a sudden you look up in the stands, you see a whole lot of purple and gold. Kobe. And the final seconds will tick away as Brewer gets the jam. Another assist for Williams, but it's the Los Angeles Lakers in impressive fashion in a hostile road environment who will go up 3 games to 1 and look to close out the Jazz on Monday night. Thursday night, 24 shot attempts, he made 5. Tonight, 24 shot attempts, he made 16. Had 38 points, and at times, Doris, it looked like he was out there playing against high school kids tonight. He was just dominating and getting anything he wanted.
Didn't matter who checked him.
Let's go to Nancy Lieberman, who's got Kobe Bryant with her.
Well, thank you very much. And I do have Kobe Bryant. I am so impressed with the mindset of this basketball team, considering you struggled here with this team in Utah over time. What was it about the team that you were able to win so easily?
Well, the thing about this team is when we were struggling, everybody on this team was pretty much in middle school. So, you guys don't really think about that stuff. We just come in here and play hard and try to win.
Okay, Kobe, you've said many times this year that you want a chance not only to get to the finals, but to win another title. How much will your defense play a part of that becoming a reality?
Well, if we're going to win a championship, it has to be defensively. Offensively, it comes and goes. Even though we're a great offensive team, you can't be on every night. So it's important that we keep the defense first and foremost.
All right, what will the mindset be when you're back in L.A. Monday with a chance to close out the series?
Well, be mature. Be a mature professional team. Try to handle our business.
And your effort tonight, do you have to come up with 35, 38 points every time you play, or do you defer to some of your teammates in these situations?
No, it's not something that I have to do it. It's just it's a bonus. It's a feature for this ball club. I've been sitting back, relaxing, probably waiting a little bit too much when scoring is one of our best features. So it's important for me to be aggressive.
All right, thank you very much. Dan.
All right, Nancy, yeah, he's a bonus. He's a feature, all right. 38 points tonight, 16 out of 24, all Kobe, all the time.